Third and 4 for Westwood here in the first play of the fourth period of action. Crump Stadium, Memphis, Tennessee. Peabody's winning 40-12. Gilkey back to pass, and he's going to try to throw it deep out here, but in good coverage is number 1, Logan Morris, and the ball is thrown well over the head to the intended receiver, Brandon Harrison.
Well, now we have in the fourth quarter a little bit different situation. We have Westwood going into the win to end this game, and we have Peabody who will be going with the win, which will help in every way. Window seems to kind of be swirling a little bit. It's hard to tell in the press box here, but generally.
4th and 4 for Westwood. False start is the call against Westwood. 5-yard penalty was going to make it 4th down and 9.
Just unbelievable how many false starts for Westwood tonight.
Fourth and long, 9 yards to go for the first down for Westwood. Gilkey back to pass. He throws it over the middle and over the head of his outstretched arms of the receiver running down the far sideline, and Peabody's going to take over on downs.
Well, it was a good shot, good thought there. Westwood just can't put it together. Quarterback's not quite as accurate as he needs to be with these fine receivers. He's got a good arm, but just not quite as accurate as he needs to be. Thankfully for our sake.
1st and 10 for Peabody as they come out in the black formation or the I formation. Ryan White to the right on the tight end side. Ball handed off to Ty Fields, and going to have very little running room as Aaron Lowry was trying to lead the way at fullback, and maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Well, again, Westwood just walks up. They've loaded the box up, and we're running right into them. We've got to get a couple of first downs here, maybe 3. Put some points on the board here. If nothing else, run the clock down. But to run the clock down, you have to make first downs.
2nd and 9 for Peabody. As they await the call, Peabody's going to stay in the black or the I formation. 2 wideouts, tight end to the right side. And the ball is knocked out of the hands of Bogus right there. And Westwood's going to take over as Peabody had penetration, come into the backfield, knock the ball out of the hands of Bogus, and Westwood was there, Johnny, on the spot. Turnover, Westwood 1st and 10.
Well, I don't know exactly what happened, but we know that Peabody runs that formation less than 5% of the time this year, so it's kind of unusual for them. They're not familiar with it, but you have to be at this point in the year. You've got to be familiar with it enough to execute it.
1st and 10, Westwood from Peabody's 49-yard line. 3 wideouts to the wide side of the field, far side of the field. Screen back over here to Nakia Cathy. Can't get away from number 2, Tyler Gadlin. And there to clean him up is number 9, Aaron Lowry.
May add 15 to that.
Face mask will be the call against Peabody. Personal foul, face mask against the Golden Tide.
Number 10 for Westwood comes up and gives a push to our player.
First and 10. New quarterback into the contest. He's going to be out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Peabody started this contest just real crisp and real sharp, and often is the case after you get up several touchdowns, it's kind of lost some of its focus here in the second half. Quarterback rolls out to the right, and he's going to be tackled right there by Ray Buchanan, number 27. And Ray looks like he kind of hurt his arm just a little bit. Buchanan's still in pain, holding his hand, and maybe he's going to be able to work it free as he's in obvious pain.
Dresden beat TCA 14-7.
Quarterback comes through the line of scrimmage, picks up about 3 on the play before he goes to the ground on his own. And so Peabody's going to be going to Dresden next week, as Dresden has won their contest 14-7 over TCA.
Westwood has a little bit of new life. They're moving the ball down the field. They have not given up.
2nd and 7 for Westwood. What an interception by Malik Dokes as he comes in right in front of the receiver and snags the ball out of the air.
He breaks on that ball perfectly.
Fantastic interception by Dokes on the play. We're going to need plays like that next week in Dresden, as the Golden Tide will be squaring off against the Lions from Dresden in quarterfinal action. Dresden will be 10-1, and Peabody's going to be 9-3, and it's going to be a packed capacity crowd. 1st and 10, Peabody after the turnover.
Well, let's see what we can put together here.
Bogus hands the ball off to Barnett, and they're not fooled by that. Barnett's going to be tackled for a loss.
Just not a whole lot of oomph in the players for Peabody right now. It's hard for them to get motivated. But you got to finish strong. They need some first downs here, running this clock out, or run it down.
Tay Nesbitt on the carry. Flags coming in on the play. And that looks like they're going to be calling a hold out here on the edge, maybe against Ross.
It's going to push us back. I tell you, it's put us in some really negative territory here. It's going to be 2nd and really long.
8:39 to play here in the 4th period from Crump Stadium. Second and 19 for the Golden Tide. Play's been called. Lowry goes in motion. Running the football's number 22, Tavarin Barnett. And he's going to be tackled for no gain, possibly a loss on the play.
You know, and you know the coaches are just dying over there because this is not what you want to see. Peabody's played a good game. Played tough. They made the big plays. Just had a big play on defense, and the offense is just kind of laying down here. The offense has got to be strong, got to be able to move the ball.
3rd and 19 for the Golden Tide. You wouldn't think we'd be throwing the ball from right here when you consider the score of the game. And they're going to hand the ball off to Barnett. And Barnett's going to shake through for about a gain of 5. And it's going to bring up 4th down, and on comes the punting team.
Paul, have we punted yet tonight?
I believe this will be our first punt.
First time deep into the 4th quarter.
7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this contest.
Well, we've said it all night. Number 2 is trouble, and trouble for us, but he is one of the best punt returners in all of Tennessee.
And Sanders is not going to give him a chance to return it, as he's going to kick it out of bounds. And it will be marked out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Peabody. And that will make Westwood have to go 43 yards for a touchdown.
Really a great punt. As Sanders is, I believe, in his own end zone. Kicks it out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Another big play would be nice here from Peabody. Defense has really come up big tonight.
Fans from Peabody are trying to charge up the defense for the Golden Tide. Out and up will be the play. Ball's going to be thrown deep. And wow, what a break on the ball as Daniel Hodges came over the top from his free safety position and broke up the pass play right at the last moment.
Hodges has really begun to click with him. He's doing a great job here late, really in this second half especially, of coming over and providing that extra coverage. Almost picked that one off.
Daniel's shown improvement all season long as he's been starting at that safety position.
And that's got to be a lonely feeling back there. You're the last man before the goal line. Got to get some pressure on him.
And sack on the play by number 62. Grant McEwen comes in and puts the quarterback Gilkey on his fanny. And so good job, Grant McEwen.
If you give that quarterback time, he has a good chance of finding somebody. But pressure is what we need. And when we put that pressure on him, we've seen good things happen.
Six minutes and 10 seconds to go in this contest. 3rd and about 15. Gilkey back to pass. Trying to throw that little slip screen out here to number 2, Lakia Cathy, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looked like pretty good tight coverage that time. Paul Pierce plays some man-to-man there. And our guys are just as quick. When we stay in their back pocket, we can hang with them.
Charles Brownlee on to punt for the Longhorns, number 28.
Not sure why they're punting, but I guess watch the fake, but he does punt. Get away from it.
Get away from the ball. And the ball will be knocked dead right there at about the 40-yard line, 42-yard line. Well, Peabody will take over 1st and 10. Wish Peabody could put one more score right here before the end of this contest.
You know, the great strength of Peabody, and Peabody has many strengths, but they just have so many good running backs who one gets tired, or one gets hurt, or one needs a break. They just plug another one in there. And we've got 3 or 4 guys who can just really go to the house anytime you hand them the ball if they just get a crease.
First and 10 as the play clock has now been started. 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Joining Bogus in the backfield is number 24, William Harris. Harris is not going to have much running room. He's going to have a gain of maybe 1.5 on the yard, 1.5 yards on the play. Will bring up second down and a long 8.
Not much room there with the linebackers crashing in. Once again, the penalty against Westwood.
5-yard penalty against the Longhorns.
I would say, venture just to guess that they've had 100 or more yards of penalties against them tonight.
At least. Second down and a long 3. The gold formation or spread package.
Just nothing going to be up. Just not much going to happen in there. They know that's what's happening. Third down here, about 4.
Loss of about a half a yard on the play. Third and 4. Coach Mintz had to get the attention of Coach Hudson over there, and they're going to call timeout.
Westwood defense, all 11 players within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
So Peabody takes timeout to try to get a play, and we're going to take timeout with them with 4:21 to play. You're watching Golden Tide football on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
At Raspberry Tire, we can help you with brakes, transmission flushes, interstate battery replacement, all types of suspension repairs, and alignments. We carry several major oil brands and tire brands, including Firestone and Bridgestone. Our service center can balance both passenger car tires and semi-truck tires and fill your tires with nitrogen. With 30 years of towing experience, we can haul small, compact cars to semi-trucks, and we are the only wrecker service in Gibson County with heavy-duty towing and recovery services. Come visit us at 2216 Highway 45 Bypass, Trenton.
Third and 4 for the Golden Tide as they come out of this timeout. Bogus gets the snap. Harris is going to have the ball, and he's going to be pretty close to a first down. Let's see if they give it to him. And according to the spot,
not a good spot.
Not a good spot, but the official says it's first down nonetheless. And so another first down for the Golden Tide, sponsored by State Farm. Here in the fourth quarter of this contest, also sponsored by State Farm. Be sure to call Amy Greer with all your insurance questions, and they'll fix you right up.
Paul, looks like we're going to be moving on to the third round of these playoffs. Been a long time since
I think
Trenton
the last
Peabody.
time Peabody made it this far would have been 2007, season that Kent Scott was the head coach and had an outstanding quarterback that year. Kendall Harper made it all the way to the state semifinals, where they were beat by a pretty good pasture team. And so Peabody's going to be going to the third round, and we'll be playing at Dresden next Friday night.
That's going to be some kind of atmosphere there at Dresden, Tennessee, where two black and gold teams clash.
Haynes on the carry, and he's looking pretty good running out here wide. And the official throws a flag, and I'm not sure who he throws it on, but I can assure you it's against Peabody. Holding is the call against the Golden Tide. And that call's either going to be against number 75, Scruggs, or number 79, Bailey, on the play.
And if I'm not mistaken, the play was already past them.
Way past them when the flag came out.
Totally unnecessary. Negates a really good run. Oh, this game just doesn't want to get over.
3 minutes to go here in this contest. First at about 20. Harris on the carry, trying to get outside, and he's going to be lassoed down out there on the corner. And maybe a pickup of about 4 on the play.
I believe if we could get a first down, we could run this thing out.
Second and 16 for the Tide. Harris again on the carry, trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled before he can.
Thankfully, he didn't get out of bounds that time.
Maybe a pickup of a half a yard on the play. Make it third and about 14. One minute and 30 seconds to play here in this contest, as Peabody's going to move on to the quarterfinal round. Next week they will be playing at Dresden, and it'll be a great high school football atmosphere in Dresden, Tennessee next week. Coach Joe Gaddis and the coaches from Dresden are close buddies and friends, and they talk several times a week. And so that's going to be a great matchup between good friends.
That's going to end this game. We're going to be able to run the clock out now.
Harris powers his way forward for a gain of about 14. That's going to be enough for the first down.
Crowd begins to file out of Crump Stadium. Beautiful stadium, beautiful facility here. Victory formation. Boggins takes the knee.
And the Peabody fans rise to their feet to say thank you to the Tide men tonight, as they're going to win this contest 40-12. They were winning at halftime 33-12 and were able to score one more. This should be the last play of the game, as Boggins will make one more snap. And are the referees going to let it run out? I believe they are. And the Golden Tide is going to be victorious here tonight on historic Crump Stadium Field in Midtown Memphis as they come to Memphis and defeat the 16A district champs, the Westwood Longhorns, by a score of 40-12. And it was dominated from the very beginning by the Peabody Golden Tide. And we'll be ready to play next week from Dresden, and we're going to need a strong contingent of Peabody fans to go up there and help us. And we believe the Golden Tide can march their way all the way to Cookeville if they keep playing the way they are. So congratulations to the Tide men as they come to Memphis and are victorious again. And until next week, we hope everybody has a good week. God bless you, and good night.